Okay, guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Blue Point TV. And guys, let's talk about the Chelsea game against Everton because I haven't talked about this game. I haven't done a reaction on this game. I didn't even do preview on this game, but let me just react on the game because for me, yeah, I feel like Chelsea started the game very well in the first half. I feel like obviously we know how Everton will play. We know how Everton will approach the game if they are playing against these kind of teams, big teams that will always control the game in terms of possession. We know that Everton, under this their coach Shondage, we know that they will always sit back and defend, or hoping that they will maybe score from set pieces or counter attack, especially set pieces. I think that's their strength. So, but yeah, for me, I feel like Chelsea started the game very well. Obviously, Nicola Jackson had some very good chances in the first half. The one that Kopama gave him, and yeah, maybe he could have done better there, but at the same time, the goalkeeper saved the ball. And then the second one, for me, the header from the corner kick, he was supposed to do better there. If Jackson had scored that goal, I think Chelsea possibly could have won this game because if he had scored even one of those chances, you know, I feel like Everton could have come out even more to see if they will equalize. And if they come out to find to see if they can equalize, possibly Chelsea will have a chance to even attack more. There will be spaces in behind for Chelsea to attack more, you know. But when you're playing against this kind of team that will sit back and defend, you don't have to miss your chances because the chances will not always come when you're playing against this kind of team that will sit back and defend. I mean, sometimes it's difficult to create, chances or clear-cut chances, opportunity against this kind of team that will just sit back the whole game and defend. And when you manage to create good chances or opportunity, you have to take them. And I feel like Chelsea missed the opportunity in not taking those chances, that Nicola Jackson had. So I feel like if Jackson had scored, those opportunities that he had, possibly Chelsea maybe might have win the game. So yeah, the first half for me was the opportunity that Chelsea had to get something from the game in terms of winning the game. So just like the game against Brentford last week that Chelsea played against Brentford, it was just like that kind of game whereby we know that Brentford will sit back and defend. So scoring that goal from Marco Corella opened up the game for Chelsea. Then Brentford they started coming out, to see if they can score or if they can equalize. And that way Chelsea started creating even more chances, which made them to score their second goal. So this kind of game, if you're playing against this kind of teams, you have to take your chances. So for me, in the first half, I think Chelsea played, they played better in the first half. But then in the second half was disappointing for me. The second half was disappointing for me. There are some players in the game that I feel like did not play well, even in the first half and second half. For me, Cole Palmer was really poor in this game. Really, really poor in this game. The first half, for sometimes his passes were off. He wasn't giving the right pass. And sometimes you will understand, if you're playing against this kind of team that will defend. It's difficult. Going to Everton is a difficult place to go. And we know that in terms of Chelsea and Everton meeting in their stadium, it's always difficult to play, against Everton in their stadium, And I think for like 6 or 7 meetings, Chelsea have won maybe once there. That's what tell you how difficult it is, whenever Chelsea goes there to play. So it's a difficult place to go, and the weather wasn't nice as well. The pitch, it looks like it wasn't nice as well. So for me, it's always a difficult place going to Everton, to play. Like I said, there are some players that I feel like did not really, play to the level. Sancho for me was also poor in this game. He wasn't really going past his man as we know he can do. You maybe Marco Corella that we know Marco Corella wasn't in this game. He was suspended in this game. Possibly Cucurella, him not playing in this game also affected Sancho or also affected Chelsea as well because we know how he can impact the game. We know how he can help Chelsea play better. The way he inverts, the way he can defend. Because if you watch Cucurella play, the way he inverts, sometimes he helps Sancho to create space for Sancho because sometimes you see him when he inverts, he goes inside the midfield. Sometimes you see him joining the attack, and when he join the attack, you see players following him. That way, he open up space for other players to play better, like Sancho, like Enzo Fernandez, in that left hand side. So for me, Cucurella wasn't in this game. I feel like he also affected, Chelsea in this game against Everton. It's a good thing that he will be back, in the game against Fulham. But for me, yeah, the second half especially was really, really poor from the team. It was really, really poor, especially the attacking players. I feel like Nicolas Jackson as well in the second half was also poor in the second half. Um, Neto as well, I feel like he himself wasn't really affecting the game in that side. But I feel like in terms of Neto and Sancho, I feel like Neto was for me better in the game than Sancho. And obviously the manager, the coach decided to take off Neto and kept Sancho. For me, I feel like Sancho could have, been substituted in the game because I feel like he did not really do much in the game. And then players that came on in the game, Christopher Nkunku, um, Madueke as well, I feel like they did not still affected the game. I didn't think, for me, they didn't do much in the game as well. That's to tell you how difficult the game is. Now for Everton, for me, I feel like Everton, for me, we are the better side in the second half. For me, in terms of the chances they created, because in the second half, Chelsea did not create anything in the second half. It was difficult in the second half for Chelsea. Everton, for me, I think in terms of the chances that they created, I feel like they were the better team, in the second half because we have to give credit to the Chelsea defense. I feel like the Chelsea defense in the second half was the reason Chelsea even got something from the game in terms of the 1 point Chelsea had in the game. Because if not for the defenders, and including the goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez, I think Chelsea could have lost that game. Because people have always, talked down on the Chelsea defense, talked down on the Chelsea goalkeeper, saying the defense always give opportunity, they always concede goals, and as well the goalkeeper that is not good enough for the team. But in this game, I feel like he stepped up in the game. The goalkeeper, the Chelsea goalkeeper Sanchez, there was some very very good saves he made. He made some top save, in the game. The aside shot from the Everton midfielder Mangala that he saved, and also the one-on-one he saved again. He made some very good saves in the game, and also Tosin, that block, from Tosin. All these are very good chances that Everton could have even at least scored one goal. And if maybe they scored, I think Chelsea will not come back in the game. So for me, we have to give credit to the defense. We have to give credit to the goalkeeper. I feel like in terms of players that did well in the game, I feel like it's the defense and the goalkeeper that did well in this game. The attacking players for me were really poor in the game. The midfielders as well, I think they played well, but for me, in terms of all around, I feel like the defense and the goalkeeper, they are the reason why Chelsea even maybe got something from the game. But in all, the performance wasn't up to the level, and maybe we'll understand. I mean, playing against Everton has always been difficult playing against Everton. But the good thing is at least Chelsea did not lose the game. They got a point, you know, in the game. So the good thing is they did not lose um, the game. So we move from here. Obviously, Chelsea next game will be against Fulham. I feel like they have to win that game. It's a derby, London derby. In fact, Chelsea and Fulham are just very close to each other. So the two clubs are in the same kind of the same area or the same street. So it will be an interesting game knowing that it's a derby, you know. And obviously these two teams, Chelsea have always, whenever they are playing against Fulham, they are kind of always, the best team playing against Fulham. And now I feel like Chelsea um, are a better team than Fulham. Even if I know that Fulham themselves are doing well, I think they are doing well as well, this season, Fulham. So, but I will expect Chelsea to win this one. But talking about the game of Everton, yeah, the good thing is Chelsea did not win the game, so we move and try to win the next game, which is the next game will be against Fulham, obviously. So yeah, that's it from me on this one. Your thoughts, your opinion on the Chelsea game. Do you think Chelsea, gained a point there, or maybe they should have even maybe lost the game? So what's your thought? What's your opinion on this one? You let me know. And also, guys, if you're watching the video on YouTube, subscribe to the channel Blue Point TV and like the video as well. It's really important. You're also on Facebook. Follow the channel Blue Point TV. Share the video. Thank you, guys. Stay safe. Well, I see you again. Bye.